And so I asked, which would you rather have? And I know the answer, because you're all reasonable individuals. What you want are deliberate and legal actions, and not rash, forceful actions that may or may not be in compliance with the law. And I think it's interesting to note, too, and very important to note, that there have been that is 0 incidents at this address since the lawful actions that we took on May 1st. The individual who makes these assertions that our actions were wrong wants to draw you into a mode of thinking and questioning of police discretion in decision-making regarding which option or course of lawful action we employ, any one of which are lawful and proper and available to us to use as we deem best fit for the circumstances. This is clearly an attempt to distract you from the primary thing that should concern you about the PD's actions, and that is whether they're lawful. Our actions on Laurel Avenue were lawful. The lieutenant involved in the May 1st incident teamed up with me this week, and we walked that neighborhood, and we talked to the people that lived over there. And we spoke with them. And each household that we spoke to indicated that they are pleased with our actions and the results that we've obtained. And their neighborhood is a better neighborhood now because of that. I'd like to move on to VPD interagency interactions.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Before we move on,
Sure.
would you prefer, I'm keeping notes and I have a couple of questions
Sure.
on each item as you cover them. Would you rather save the questions till the end on each stage, or should I give them to you while they're fresh in your mind and my mind?
That's up to you.
It's up to the mayor.
Actually, I would defer to the chief and to you, council member, about it, whatever is most comfortable.
My questions are very short.
Sure.
And the first question is, in regards to the officer that was allegedly being charged with insubordination, you said, and that is not the case. Were there any other charges other than insubordination brought against him?
I think that was the case that I said is an open investigation. Is that the one that you're referring to, sir?
I think so.
Yeah, so I really can't talk about it then.
Okay. And then on the Laurel Avenue incident, when you said the second interview of the detainee altered the urgency and the threshold, including that of the search, did it make it more urgent or less urgent after the second interview?
Actually, you may have misspoke yourself. It was the victim. We did a second interview of the victim.
Okay, victim.
And the story started to change. There was not consistency in the version of events that were alleged. So it changed the urgency of the danger to the community, the threat to others, and our ability to impress upon a judge or anybody that we might contact to try to seek a search warrant. You have to have a credible story. You have to have a reliable witness or a victim, and it was falling apart.
So it lessened the
It
urgency.
lessened it,
Thank
yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you. Go ahead, chief.
Okay. On the VPD interagency interactions, again, your agenda materials on this topic are concise and to the point. And basically, all I'd like to comment on this issue is that some individuals opt, for whatever their personal motive may be, to disregard the accurate information that we provide them and sensationalize misinformation. And that's it in a nutshell on this topic. The last topic that I wanted to share with you was that Dr. Ritzy's visit with our department. In 2009, Dr. Ritzy lent his professional assistance to help the PD move from being a good department to a better department. Your agenda material from me synopsized his findings, so I'll not repeat them here.
In the paper this morning, I guess. I haven't had a chance to.
And we have implemented most of his recommendations. I think one of them that we have not implemented is acquisition of tasers.
Thank you very much.
But folks, we have a well-run police department. Changes have been made that were necessary in order to move the department in a positive direction. Many department employees are doing a terrific job for us. I'm very proud of them. And We recently recognized a number of their accomplishments on May 11th at our 4th Annual Awards and Citations Program. And Mary, you were there, and so were you, Mr. Turner. So a lot of good work being done by this agency, and we are moving in a positive direction. And certainly, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to take your questions.